Check it. Before the record, we break it down. Business podcast, we run this town. From entrepreneurs to investors, we in the
Welcome
zone.
back to another episode of For the Record. I'm Dwayne.
I'm Hope.
What's going on with all the beef? What's the beef about?
It's too much beef. Listen, we are talking about things that annoy us, like allergies. They're annoying. But more importantly, beef in the music industry, beef in the podcast industry, beef everywhere. And we don't even eat beef.
Nah, man. So recently, JCole put out a track called 7 Minute Drill. And it was a diss track for Kendrick Lamar. And he went on stage at a recent music festival and he apologized for releasing that track against Kendrick Lamar. He said it didn't feel right.
Good stuff.
But the world want to see blood. I don't know if y'all can feel that, but the world want to see blood. So I say all of that to say, in my spirit of trying to get this music out, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I moved in a way that I feel spiritually feel bad on me. Like I try to jab it back and I try to keep it friendly. But at the end of the day, when I listen to it and when it comes out and I see the talk, don't sit right with my spirit. That make me feel, that disrupts my fucking peace. So what I want to say right here tonight is in the midst of me doing that and in shit, trying to find a little angle and downplay this catalog and his greatness, I want to say right now tonight, how many people think Kendrick Lamar is one of the greatest to ever touch a microphone?
He is facing backlash because people are now calling him soft. They're saying that they're going to get rid of his records.
Yeah.
They're saying he should have apologized. This is rap. It's so many negative emotions going on right now about that simple apology that we want to talk about it today.
Yeah, you remember how back in the day they said beef is what's for dinner?
Yeah.
Beef is what's in social media.
Yeah, all over.
Everywhere. It is permeating. It has even coming into the podcast space, which is ridiculous. So you got Kendrick Lamar and JCole beefing. You got Drake and...
Well, he's a part of it. He's a part of it.
Right? Or ASAP Rocky.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So they're in that industry. Then you got Stephen A. Smith and Jason Whitlock.
These are podcasters.
These are in the podcast space, right? So you got Cam Newton and Club Shay Shay. People.
Well, they're not beefing.
No, they're not. They're not beefing, but they're getting negative.
Oh yes.
Publicity about their podcast, which really makes no sense. Where is all of this beef coming from in our, for the record, the black community? Where is all this beef coming from?
Well, it comes from the reason why it's around because we enjoy it. You know, I'm not saying we do personally, but we enjoy that type of drama, and it sells. It causes you to want to know what happens next.
Okay, when you say we enjoy it, is it all because we enjoy it negatively? Because I'm enjoying the Diddy drama.
You enjoying it?
Yeah, and let me clarify. The Diddy drama is because not that I'm happy about what's going on with him or the allegations.
Right.
It's simply that it's intriguing that you're a billionaire and these are the allegations against you. That's what's intriguing about the Diddy drama.
You know what? That is true. It's like a movie that's not even out yet. But you see in all them trailers and previews and be like, man, I can't wait to watch this movie.
You know? And the movie's going to be, if there's anything that come out, it'll be the trial.
Oh, boy.
But right now we have so many trailers, behind the scene interviews, right?
Yeah.
So it is intriguing, but is it good publicity? Is it bad publicity? When we're talking specifically about the Diddy drama, it's bad.
Oh yeah, that's bad. That's real bad.
Even though nothing has been proven yet, it's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad for him. He's losing labels. He's losing brands, right?
Yeah.
So all press isn't good press.
Yeah, and with that Diddy situation, if let's say he don't go to jail, it's gonna be hard for him to come back. I mean, there's no comeback. I don't think it's a comeback.
You can't come back from that. No, some things you can bounce back from, but this much publicity and negative press, you can't bounce back.
Right.
I mean, you're losing brands, you're losing deals.
Yeah.
It's shot. Now, let's get back to Kendrick Lamar and JCole.
Yeah.
Why are we not happy? And when I say we, again, on here today, we're talking about things on For the Record. Why are we, as a black community, not happy that a black man apologized to another black man for being disrespectful, for calling him out, whatever you want to call it? Why are we not happy about that?
I don't know. You see other rappers like Jadakiss. He was on Stephen A. Smith. He said, I just want to get next to him and, I guess, feel him out, see what's in his mind. Why would he go on stage and do that?
So that's
it's like,
to Jadakiss?
Yeah, it's like strange. Like, okay, you never received an apology or you never apologized for something, but in rap, it's taboo. It's like, you don't do that.
Yeah, it's like expected. So why are you apologizing for something that's expected?
Yeah, so is the space that negative to where you cannot correct a mistake and say, hey, I'm sorry for doing this? Is it that much of a negative connotation with rap?
Yes,
it is.
Definitely.
Not all of it, but for whatever reason.
Majority of rap, yes, you're always going to find more negative than it is positive, and that's why I am so torn by this. I'm really bothered that this young man came out and apologized, and people are upset. Like, isn't he allowed to say what he wants? Isn't that freedom of speech? And he is being drugged through the mud. His name is being tarnished because he apologized. Come on, people.
Yeah, so an apology affected his brand.
Yeah.
In a negative way, because now people are saying, I want to get rid of all of his records and stuff, and not listen to it, just cancel him.
Okay, but do you think he's gonna lose his entire fan base?
No, it's no.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, why are we upset that this man apologized? If you don't like what he said, keep it moving. He's still gonna have a powerful fan base, and he's gonna gain new followers because of what he did.
Again, the drama, it sells, and if you look at it, if we have to be honest, and For the Record, the name For the Record is us going on record, standing on what we believe. Right. And I personally believe that it's a negative when we cannot show genuine or give a genuine apology, and you get backlash for doing something that's good. And it all stems off of this hereditary and cultivated tendencies and this trauma that our culture is used to.
And you know why we got used to it?
Why so?
Because Willie Lynch, William Lynch, Bill Lynch, whatever you want to call him, he created this, and we are still living up to his expectations today. If y'all don't know what Willie Lynch is, not time for a history lesson, but go look it up and what he said. So you got the house, people, black people back in the day. You had the field, black people back in the day. You had the light skin versus the dark skin. And just for the record, Kendrick Lamar is dark skin.
Oh, yeah.
JCole is light skin.
Oh, boy.
Stephen A. Smith is light skin. Jason Whitlock is dark skin. I mean,
Drake, light
Drake
skin.
is very, very light skin.
And Big Mills, dark skin.
Very, very dark skin.
So you might be onto something.
I think I am onto something. It's still happening today. In our community, it seems like when some of us are trying to be positive and move forward, there's always another section that's saying, oh, y'all weak. Oh, y'all soft. Oh, that's stupid. Oh, I'm going to cancel you because you apologize. When did it become a problem for a black man to say, I'm sorry, I said this? Put in the comments, when did it become a problem for us to apologize to each other?
Yeah, I mean, what kind of message is that? Because now you have kids looking on, I'm sure.
Yes, definitely.
So what is that teaching them? Like, okay, I'm soft if I do that.
Yep. If you do something wrong, don't apologize.
Yeah, it's a certain bravado. It's in this rap industry that is considered soft.
That is going to create a ripple. Because if you're telling young people who are watching, older people, all of us, that apologizing makes you soft, apologizing hurts your brand, what kind of world are we living in? So does that mean here on For the Record the Boss Move Studios, we need to create some negative drama
We need to find
in
somebody
order
to
to
beef with.
grow and get some new subscribers.
And you know, I think so. But you know what's sad is that it's spilling over now into the podcast
Yes.
Industry. Same people. I mean, you have some rappers that are podcasters now, and I'm telling you, you enjoy the conversation, but sometimes it go a little bit to the left. It gets kind of negative real fast. 'Cause some of the things that they talk about on there, you know, of course we're adults, we can watch or not watch, but
Exactly.
why does it always have to be some negativity in the space, especially amongst African Americans, podcasters, music artists, football, basketball players? Why is it always us in the center of those type of controversies?
As you said earlier, as we discussed earlier, it's the William Lynch, in our opinion, for the record, it's the William Lynch syndrome. And until we start really looking at the history and digging through that letter and looking at what's going on in the different social media spaces of African Americans, we're not going to change. Candace Owens, love Candace Owens. She went on to the Breakfast Club, and for the first time, they let someone who had a difference of opinion talk.
Yeah, I was shocked, but I am hats off, shout out to them for doing that. Because when she first announced she was going on that podcast, I was like, we already know how this is going to be from other guests that have been on.
Let her talk.
But I was shocked. They actually let her talk
and ask questions and engage with her.
But again, you have people in the comments like they don't like her, and people don't like some things, and they don't even know why.
I was just about, they don't even know why they dislike her, because most Black people, when they hear stuff that another Black person who's not in the same, if you're not
you're not plugged into the culture.
Yeah, supposedly, or that you have a difference of opinion or different views from them, their first thing is to attack you instead of listening. And that's what's going wrong in the Black community still, not just today. Still, we keep hollering that we want to be heard and we want to change, we want to get better. But if we don't start with each other and listen to each other's opinions and point of views, we're never going to change. We keep blaming the other color for all our problems when it starts with us.
It's easy to do so. I mean, with the Candace Owens, people don't like her because of the message. And the message to them tastes nasty. You know, if they had to eat it, it's nasty in their mouth. But is it the truth?
It's the truth.
It's the truth.
It's a vitamin.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Eat your vitamins because they will help you grow. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Eat the vitamins that help you grow. Because if you're engaged in this beef, so-called beef that the social media is trying to create, and these different rappers and just people trying to create between JCole and Kendrick Lamar, you're just like William Lynch. Leave it alone. The man said, I'm sorry. Congratulate him for trying to change or uplift the culture.
But you got to look at who's behind it. You know, the who's getting paid off of beef. I mean,
the industry.
The industry is getting paid. If J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Drake, or if they're not independent artists, I'm not sure if they're signed to a label or not.
Right.
But think of the streams that will come now, the music sales that will come now, the merchandising that will come now,
the new subscribers
to their channels that will come now. You know, and we subscribe to negative stuff. Yeah. We love it. We're here for it.
Mostly.
You know, we are. And that's the thing that's baffling, because when it comes to podcasting, again, I was talking about how celebrities, to me, can ruin the space or have ruined the space. They bring more attention to the podcast
industry.
Yeah. But what I'm seeing now is the same negativity that they had with their rap careers or
in the
sports career. Now they come in the podcast space and just ruin it.
It's terrible, because a lot of podcasting started audio. Yeah. Right. And then when it became more visual, it was for people who want to get out there and share their message. It was personal. It was creative. Now it's about who can get the most views by using the most negative publicity possible.
Yeah.
right? When we look at people also, I don't even want to call her an artist, Sexy Red. I don't even know why they call her an artist, but she is very, in my opinion, very negative. I don't see anything positive that she's doing for our culture yet.
Right.
She is being pushed to the forefront in every single way. She's been to the White House.
Yep.
They're asking her advice on stuff she has no experience in. But the Black culture seems to think that she has done something for us that was never done before.
Yeah, and it's sad that we give passes to people that are jeopardizing the culture.
Yes.
And if you don't think so, you hear the music, you hear her lyrics.
What is it saying?
How is that good?
How is that good in any way?
How is that good?
It's not even something I desire to listen to. I'll go listen to a Lil Kim album from back in the day before I listen to a Sexy Red, because Lil Kim had a message.
Yeah.
She was telling people who she was, where she came from. What is Lil Sexy? Is it Lil Sexy Red or Sexy? What is she talking about?
Well, she come out the gate just vulgar.
Yeah, vulgar.
You know, I was going to say something else, but she come out vulgar. It's nothing. I haven't heard a message in that music yet. But we accept those things. It tastes good to us.
It tastes good. Now, is there going to be an apology somewhere down the road when you see these young toddlers? Everybody's seen those videos that's going around social media of the little girl singing her song and popping and dancing, right? So when those young ladies grow up to be what? When they affect society in a negative way, when they don't contribute to society, when they go get pregnant out of wedlock, and now the government is taking more of our money, entrepreneurs, the system to take care of those children. Where is our apology? Where is our apology as taxpayers?
We're not gonna get an apology. Because that would be a good thing. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about the negativity and the beef right now, and for us to even look for an apology, that's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen?
No, because, again,
Black
we
people
accept these things.
yes.
We accept them because we'll say that's who we are. That's a part of our culture.
Is it though? And if we keep saying that's a part of our culture, then we enjoyed slavery.
That's no.
Don't be talking about DeSantis and what he said. It taught us. They don't knock him about saying what we learned from slavery. You see what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
It was on him saying we learned skills from slavery. We also learned a lot of negative stuff that we're still doing as a people today because of slavery.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Because if it was, let me try to say it the right way. So we wouldn't ascribe to these things because it's a negative impact on the culture as a whole, just like slavery was.
Right.
And no one enjoyed slavery. We know that. But if we continue to bring those tendencies from that era, that time, then it seems like, okay, it's in us and it can't get out.
It can't get out.
It can't get out.
It's
Right.
just who we are at our core.
No.
And when we look at the Sexy Red, the Glorillas, the ASAP Rockies, the Drakes, and the type of music these artists are putting out, it doesn't help our community at all. But what JCole did in the situation between him and Kendrick Lamar, that helps the community. That will show another young man or a grown man, woman or child, hey, if I've done something wrong to offend someone, even though they don't know, I'm going to say I'm sorry because it don't sit right with me. I knew it came from a negative place. I'm going to say sorry. That shows growth. That shows maturity. That shows somebody that has their head on straight.
Yeah, and when we don't accept those apologies and just say, wow, why would you do that? I mean, it's like he was like an alien now. I mean, come on, this is the same JCole that people love, who's lyrically blessed.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I don't understand it. And back to the space that we're in, you have the white podcasters.
Yeah.
I'm not really seeing or haven't heard of a beef.
I haven't heard. Maybe it doesn't get the publicity.
Because we listen to all types of podcasts, but when it comes to our culture, it seems like this podcast against that, this against that one, they doing little sneak disses.
Yeah, even when you try to change your algorithm, it still will show that mostly Black podcasters are beefing. I mean, I Googled I asked Siri, right? I went on YouTube. I was trying to find just so we can be balanced. And I don't really see that happening in other podcast spaces of other races. I don't. I see it mainly with us. Even when Cam Newton, he got a whole bunch more followers after that brawl he had at his 7-on-7 game a few months ago. That got so much attention in the news or social media. It blew him up because it was negative. You had people saying what he did was wrong. You had people saying what he did was positive. But what we did notice, even though it was a split, his numbers and his subscribers went up because of the drama.
Because people want to see what's going on. People want to see what's going on. Even though, like I said, I don't think he did anything wrong. That all started because of the tongue, trash talking. Again, negative speech. You know,
in your opinion, he can say what he wants to say.
Yeah, of course. We live in America. We live in America. We can say what we want to say, but we have to take responsibility for our words. You know what I mean?
Explain that to me.
All right, so we can say what we want, but when it comes out of our mouth, how it affects the listener, whoever is receiving it. Not saying we have to worry about it, but we have to be mindful of that. Okay, right. I can say something to you. You're my wife,
right?
And it might not come out the right way. You may take it in a way, and next thing you know, we beefing.
We beef.
You know, now you say something, I say something, you say something,
and
it gets worse. So we have to be mindful of those things.
I agree. What I don't want it to come off for me is that everything that I say, I have to be very conscious of because I'm going to get some type of backlash. I believe what the word says, be careful with your tongue.
Right.
And because of that, I'm going to be careful with my tongue. I also believe in I believe in the amendment of freedom of speech. So I can say what I want, and I shouldn't be afraid of somebody coming to physically attack me. Now, you can come back and attack me the same way with words, but what they did with Cam Newton, because they didn't like what he said, they attacked this man physically. Right. That's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna say what I want. Don't touch me.
Yeah, he handled his business. You know what I mean? I'm sure they regret it.
Yeah, they did.
You know, and they went on and apologized. They went on the radio show and apologized, which was good.
Did they get any backlash?
No, they did not.
Why is that?
Because of, I guess it's the space that they're in. You know, I guess Little League, not Little League, but Little League.
They don't
football.
want to lose.
You know, they're dealing with minors and stuff like that. But shouldn't that apply to everything?
Every industry.
Every industry, but it doesn't. And we enjoy it. It's in us. But how do we get those things out of us? Because it really can affect your brand.
By having a conversation. We need to have an open conversation like the Breakfast Club did with Candace Owens. Let people talk. As Black people, let each other talk. We don't have to agree with every single thing. We don't all come from the same place in America. There's some of us that we're all from Africa. I'm not from Africa. I was born in America.
Right.
And we have to deal with the issues that we are having here in America, not what our ancestors went through. How do we fix us today?
Yeah, that's a very valid question.
How do we fix us today? By listening, having real conversations, and not negatively attacking each other. Okay, perfect example. I don't remember your name because I deleted it, but you know, the Boss Ladies podcast.
Right.
All right. So there was 2 comments came in. One, a lady said, I love this. I love seeing women uplift each other. We need more of this. There was another comment that says, don't we have too much of this already? Too many of these kind of podcasts? And I'm like, what do you mean by too many? Isn't it a choice of a person to do what they want to do? Is it too many of us in the podcast space? We should just get rid of podcasting, period.
Yeah. And again, people love to leave negative comments. No type of positive feedback, encouragement. But I would rather say something negative and go hide somewhere because you can't see me. Yeah. You can't really see. You don't know who I am. You know, that comment.
It's so easy.
Yeah, it's so easy to be negative.
It seemed like it, but isn't it easier to send a thumbs up? Isn't it easier to put a heart? Isn't it easier to say good job? Like, do you know it takes more muscles to frown than it is to smile? So why not use the good muscles?
We like it hard.
William Lynch.
We love it hard. We love negativity, and it just I don't know. It's like getting worse.
It is.
As time go on. I mean, you look at what's going on in society and the world today. The news we saw just the other days. Sanitation worker got gunned down?
Not too far. It's in Ocoee, Florida. A car pulled up, and the sanitation worker was getting into his truck, and they shot him several times.
Yeah.
I don't remember the state, but I'm sure some of you saw it. A young man drives from college. He comes home. He knocks on the door. When his mom answers the door, he stabs her over 70 times. Wow. What? Like, where is this negative coming from? It's coming from the music industry.
Right.
It's coming from social media. It's coming from podcasts. It's coming from certain types of movies. Right? But we are gravitating toward that and blaming I'm talking about our community, blaming everybody else for what's happening to us instead of saying, you know what? I'm not going to put out negative podcasts. I'm not going to put out negative music. I'm going to promote my people in a positive light. I'm going to give them a platform to speak on. Like Candace Owens, please come on For the Record or the Boss Ladies. We want to give you a voice to speak more to the people in our community, right? We have to be more proactive with positive output than we are with this negative stuff.
Because with our podcast, we would enjoy having these topics that we could share with our audience. We enjoy sharing with our audience is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Real factual information, not nothing that's made up, nothing that's negative, just to get views. Because a lot of times these media outlets gravitate to those negative things just for views. Just to sensationalize some things.
Right.
Or just to drive this certain type of narrative. Now, if we don't believe that rap is driving a narrative in young people and adults, I'm not saying I grew up on rap. We both did. Yeah, I love rap. We love it. Love hip hop music. But if we don't filter the message, we could go down a path of this negativity in our families. Yeah. With you got children, with your children, with your coworkers, the finances. Just have this mindset of this is how I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to
be. What someone else said.
Yeah, it touches your emotions in a way that we have to be very careful of, because when you interact with other people, it comes out. It will come out in a negative way. Even with our podcast, what you feed your mind is what you also.
That's what comes out of you.
That's what comes out of you.
What goes in.
What goes in
is going to come out.
Come out, yeah.
So when we talk about this rap music and these conscious rappers versus regular hip hoppers, if you are listening to this type of music, let me just give an example. I don't want to ramble. It was a few years ago. We were traveling to Georgia. And we were listening to some neo soul. Remember that day? We was just chilling. Yeah. Then I was like, we'll listen to a little rap. It's been a while.
Yeah.
And I think we put on DMX. I can't remember the song right now. But anyway, I got a ticket.
Yeah.
Remember?
I
didn't even know. I was flying. The music had me. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yep. I remember that.
You remember that?
Yeah, we was somewhere in Georgia.
And all of a sudden, I went from one type of music, relaxing, to this rap, this certain type of music, and I got a ticket.
Yeah.
It affected my brain. It affected my emotion. It affected my body physically.
Wow. And I remember the ticket because it was not cheap.
It was not cheap. And we were from Florida. We had to do this thing in Georgia. So, yeah, just using that as an example.
Yeah, that's a brand
of how the music even affected me. Yeah. And so that's why I'm very careful about what I listen to. Now, there's some days, I might need a little hardcore rap. I'm going to pull out some Tupac. and release, but it's not something I listen to all the time because it can change my views. It will change your views. It can change your mood.
Definitely.
The rapper, we're not gonna say his name, but he won album of the year. Loved it. Played it on repeat. But there's a couple of songs that he's referring to God being a woman.
Right. We know that's false.
That's false. And because of that, I can't listen to it anymore. Because eventually, if I keep playing that song and repeating that part, I'm going to think, oh, yeah, I'm a God.
Yeah, and it's disrespectful.
And
too.
it's total, it's blasphemy.
Same with Kendrick Lamar when he had a depiction of Jesus with the
Yes, and hanging on the cross. What are you doing?
I don't play JCole. You know what I'm saying? So I
don't play Kendrick
I'm
Lamar?
sorry, I don't play Kendrick Lamar.
Nope.
And I was like, okay, I like JCole. And when the song came out, I don't have, because to me I don't see them being physical.
Yeah.
I don't see those two rappers as being fighting or nothing like that. Who knows? Who knows? Somebody from their entourage maybe. But I have to take a stand on that. If it goes against Jesus Christ, we don't play it.
At all. Not going to happen. This episode of For the Record is brought to you by the Boss Move Studios, your content concierge.
You know where internet trolling actually paid off?
We do.
When Shannon Sharp showed up for his Cognac signing at Total Wines, people drug him through the mud.
Big time.
I mean, there was so many videos people were creating, getting out, walking like him, trying to talk like him, calling them names and stuff like that. But it paid off.
It was positive. He took their negative and made it a positive. And he didn't even have to do anything.
No,
the trolls did it for him.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know the name of that tracksuit he have on, but even their numbers went up.
Yeah.
Total Wine is...
They ordered more.
They had to bust it at the seams.
Yes.
Somebody please do that for the boss.
Yes.
Look at us.
Hey, we're looking for a beef right now. We need another podcast to start a beef with so we can blow up.
So we can blow up since that's
that's what it takes nowadays.
You know what made me not sad, but I was like, man, why they coming for Club Shay Shay, right? His knees are obviously messed up. Man played football, like that's hard. So picking at him because of an illness, that is so not nice, people. But again, who came for him first? It wasn't the Caucasians.
No, I haven't seen one video that a white person done.
It was all black folk.
All for the culture.
And it was they tried to make it negative.
Yeah.
And I love the way he responded. He said, hey, thanks to you all, Total Wine ordered more cases and I got more subscribers.
Yes.
Keep trolling.
And that's when it pays off. But we definitely have to be careful of all this negativity in the spaces these days. This media already drives it. The news has these propaganda. It's a propaganda machine.
That's it.
Whatever they want us to believe, that's what they push. And you got to go do your fact checking. Stop living off of feelings first. Fact check and then get into whatever, if part of your feelings you think are valid, right? Because when we automatically respond, or that's the difference, when we react to something instead of responding, we show a level of immaturity that we should not have as a people in 2024. There is too many avenues to go find the facts before we start, oh, look what they said, look what they did, oh, hate, time to march, I'm picking at you, I'm writing negative comments. Come on now. Get out your feelings.
Get out your feelings. And to those celebrities that's entering the podcast space nowadays, don't come in here with your negativity.
Please don't.
Leave that to the basketball, football field, to your rap beef. You know, we want to be entertained.
Yes.
Of course we do. But all entertainment is not good.
That's right. We want a positive space for podcasters to put out there the information they want to share. If it's business, if it's lifestyle, if it's health. And it should come from that podcaster's creativity, not someone's comments or someone trying to create a beef just to get subscribers. And to me, that's what a lot of these celebrities came in to do. They created beefs so that their podcast can blow up, which is so unfair because you're already a celebrity. People are going to automatically follow you. So to create negative posts, to create negative podcast shows, it just, Stay in your lane is what we're trying to say.
Now this may sound hypocritical, what I'm about to say, but
Okay.
one person that I enjoy as a troll is 50 Cent.
Oh, he's the greatest troll of all.
Yeah, I mean, he's good at it. I mean,
He's very good.
and it seems like it's fun, you know.
It's funny and it's factual.
Yeah, but he's a king.
Let me ask you something. Has there been anything that 50 Cent posted that was false?
No, I don't think so.
He posts facts, and they're funny facts. Now, the people that he talking about might not like it, but you're already in the news for negative stuff.
Boy,
I mean,
he is not letting up on Diddy. He is not.
No.
I mean, you see these pictures of him out, you know, and about doing things, riding his bike.
videos, everything.
Yeah, riding the bike. He said he riding the bike without a bicycle seat. You know, stuff like that. He funny. But
There's a video he put out, I think, it's showing Diddy dance. He said, "You ain't going nowhere." I mean,
Yeah.
Again, the Diddy drama is kind of hilarious
It's entertaining.
because you're a billionaire and these type of allegations are very strange.
so, yeah, we just wanted to come on and just talk about a few things, you know, that may be light to some and maybe heavy to others.
It might
But
be.
it's a serious topic, and it could turn harmful if we don't watch our words and even the emotions that we attach to certain things.
And go read that William Lynch letter and tear it up. Tell your mind, your community, your family, we're not going to live like this anymore. We're going to treat each other better. We're going to encourage each other. We're going to support each other. Or we're going to say positive things. Now, if something is obviously factual and is very negative that someone has done, talk about it because we can learn from it.
Yeah.
But don't make it the topic of conversation as though it's something good,
Yes.
right? We don't want
agree.
to keep a microscope on negative attention.
I
Touch it and go.
I totally agree with what you're saying. We're not saying that if something actually happens and you go on to address it, that's fine.
You
like
should.
what Cat Williams did on the Shay interview. That's fine if it's factual.
If it's factual.
But just be careful. We have to be careful because all of these things will affect your brand in a positive way or a negative way.
And one more thing. Yesterday we were driving home from down south, and you remember you showed me a thumbnail, and it said Jay-Z video. What did it say? Video?
Jay-Z put burned Diddy's mansion on fire.
On fire.
Yeah.
Can y'all stop that?
Yeah, that's clickbait and false.
And I'm gonna say it. It's mostly our people with this clickbait. Like Jay-Z set Diddy house on fire. Wouldn't that be in the regular news?
That would have been.
And how many views did they get already?
Yes.
It was like over 500. Who y'all believe in this? Who are you people that's believing this? Why is that interesting to you? If it's not on ABC, NBC, CNN, these main outlets, it did not happen.
It's not on YouTube only. You would hear about it on the news if that's the
Exactly.
case. But
I'm using that again as an example. How many people clicked on something like that?
yes, keep scrolling. If you don't subscribe to it, keep going.
If you
That's
don't
what I
like
do.
it, that's what we do.
You know what I mean? So we pray that you enjoyed today's show. We ask that you would leave us a comment. We love the engagement. We love the feedback, and we love bringing you For the Record.
Yes, and if there's any topics that you all want us to cover, please share with us. We're here for you.
Yep.
We're here to share information, experience that we've had, right? And share what we're watching. Some of us are watching the same thing. So if there's something out there that you want to know about or you're interested in, leave us a comment. And don't forget, let's support each other more. Support each other more in 2024.
Leave us a like, subscribe to our channel, and share. And we'll talk at you next time.
Later.
Break it down. Business podcast, we run this town. From entrepreneurs to investors, we in the zone. Sharing knowledge, making moves, we a microphone. For the record, we got the facts. For the record, we run the tracks. We in the business, no time to play.
Thanks for watching,
For the
bye.
record podcast all day.